Over the past approximate week, we've seen the complete unraveling of the career of one of the bigger names in YouTube music commentary, Brad Taste in Music. He's had multiple controversies over the recent past, but this by far reached an all-time peak last week with a video he uploaded titled SI. In this nearly half-hour, entirely unhinged, rambling monologue, he dropped a few absolute bombshells of information, including that he was screaming at his now ex because she was crying while he was recording.
I see her sitting on the couch, like screaming and crying, and I'm pissed off.
That she moved to Detroit to be with her friends that have connections with his former collaborator's hive mind. And worst of all, that he was arrested for domestic violence for the verbal abuse he was continuously putting her through.
He calls the cops on me, and they have me arrested for domestic violence.
He revealed that she was recording these instances.
She recorded me in my house, yelling at her through the door.
And he also dropped this line, which will now be remembered forever in internet history.
It's one thing like losing your partner. It's another thing like with losing hive mind.
In response to this video, his ex went to social media to make a few posts, much of which expressing confusion at why he'd even air this out when she's been silent on it, and also implying that the extent of the abuse would completely deplatform him if she exposed him on those recordings. Brad then deleted the SI video and uploaded a response called 2, where he had this to say.
Is honestly, I think, one of the worst things possibly ever uploaded to the internet.
And he's absolutely right about that, but he also said that he'd be leaving the internet for a year. Since then, in a turn of events that I wish was less predictable than it was, he didn't leave the internet for a year. In fact, he really only left the internet for a few days. He's come back with a video called My Response, which is one of the least structured, most pathetically poorly assembled videos I've ever seen. In this video, he says that the abuse was mutual, and he accuses his ex of gaslighting and blackmail.
I'm going to be accusing her of some pretty hefty things.
Which is pretty ironic considering he's not only gaslighting her in this video, but also everyone who watches it. Why do I say that? Well, the proof is pretty clear now. There's been leaked audio of what exactly these blackmail videos were, and it is horrifying. I won't be playing anything here because I don't know if Bradley's ex wanted this audio released since the source of the leak is unknown. But that's pretty much the rundown of the situation. There are more details. These creators are the ones who are making coverage of this situation that I found to have been somewhat informative, or go check those out if you want farther context. But the long and short of it is, get this guy the hell out of here. A year, a decade, it doesn't matter. If we ever see him back on here, it'll be too soon.